some Nigerians, some nurses are being relieved of their license in the US because of this issue. Forgery is a very capital offense in Western world.
In international.
And yes, you don't just forge certificate because as #1 citizen, you are representing the entire country. So it's a very shameful something, even as a Nigeria, wherever you are, you cannot be able to express yourself. People don't reckon with you because they find out or they believe that you have a dubious character. So to all Nigerians, it's a very big shame that #1 citizen of Nigeria could go so low in forging. In a civilized world, by now, the president would have resigned horribly. You understand? The president would not have waited for the people to oust him out. But in Nigeria, that is the issue. Internationally now, the image of Nigeria is in tatters. There is nothing to write home about. And a president who came through forgery is still sitting there waiting for the Supreme Court to oust him out, which you know invariably that the Supreme Court in their own deceitfulness will not want to oust him out. Let me tell you something, Nigeria, we are in an edge sword. We are going nowhere. We are going into destruction day by day, and nothing will bring us out except we will go our different ways. That is the only way we will, advance as a people.
They announce the result. The court belongs to them. The Chief Justice of this federation is appointed by the president, whom you are trying to indict in the law court. How can it be possible, brother? Meanwhile, we are black and we are wearing black mind, black color, and every other thing within us. In fact, Nigerians and black people are myopic.
So there's no hope for Nigeria. That's what you're saying. If fake certificate, bro.
No, that's the very big false information.
False information.
It's a false information.
So Jagaban get certificate.
You get certificate. It's a young man. Nobody challenge him. I love Jagaban. After small time, the Nigeria will be okay. Everyone will be people jealous. Yes.
So you enjoy this Jagaban administration?
Jagaban government well. Okay. I like the young man.
Tell us, how does it feel right now living in Nigeria, bro?
No, it tastes there somehow, but everything will be all right.
Jagaban will make everything better.
Yeah, when everything go normal. Nobody challenge Jagaban. Small time things go change. People go to rejoice. Enjoyment go there. Where will come down. Right. Everything will come down. Okay. Everything will down that Jagaban government.
All right, thank you.
Tinubu. Before now, a lot of questions has been raised concerning his certificate. But for the university to say that they are not the ones who issued that certificate,
the one is submitted to INEC.
The one is submitted to the INEC, it becomes a very toll on every Nigerian. Some Nigerians, some nurses are being relieved of their license in the US because of this issue. Forgery is a very capital offense in Western world.
In international.
And yes, you don't just forge certificate because as #1 citizen, you are representing the entire country. So it's a very shameful something, even as a Nigeria, wherever you are, you cannot be able to express yourself. People don't reckon with you because they find out or they believe that you have a dubious character. So to all Nigerians, it's a very big shame that #1 citizen of Nigeria could go so low in forging his certificate. So I think it's just normal. Why you are not seeing it as a problem in Nigeria is that it has been used to us. But I want to tell you something. One Miss Mesoma the other time forged her JAMB certificate. It's not that she never sat for the JAMB, she did. It's not that she never had, the JAMB never gave her her scores. She was giving her scores. But she was went as late as manipulating her result. And you saw a lot of black flash. A lot of Nigerians went on her. Because for us to thrive as a nation, for us to thrive as a country, we must have integrity. But whereby we fail as a people to have integrity, to be reckoned with internationally, it becomes a problem as a Nigeria. That is where wherever you identify yourself as a Nigeria, they begin to look at you as a criminal. That is the problem.
So how is this? You've said that the certificate for is affecting Nigeria in the what globally. Like most of people have been relieved. So what you're saying, what do you think Nigeria can do now as a country? Should the president himself resign? Or
let me tell you, this issue is a slap on Africa in general. Let me tell you, this man we are talking about, remember he's the chairman of ECOWAS, yes, the West African country. You understand? He is a symbol. For him to go and forge his certificate is a shame on every person, in fact the black race in general. So I'm telling you, the only thing you see it is not as if it's a new thing in Nigeria, is that we have been living, we have, in the time past, we have gotten leaders who have questionable character, who are not educated enough. Remember that this issue also, we have it when Buhari came to power. He could not provide his certificate. He told us that his certificate was with the military. And till today, he has not been, nobody will attest to him or attest to the fact that Buhari has a certificate. And these are the people, the breed of people we are bringing into position of power. People who never went to school, people who don't have any qualification, people who are menace to the society. And you see it. Let me tell you, the judiciary, I know they will do nothing. They will do nothing as a Nigeria, because even them, just look at our institution. When you begin to ask them of their qualification, you will find out that we have been paying ghost workers for ages. Let me tell you something. Nigeria as a country, except we begin to understand that we as a people have to live as honest people. Nobody will want to do business with you if you are not honest.
So it seems like Nigeria, the worst is being ruled by the majority. The worst is being rules the majority. What should happen to the position of the president now? Should he vacate?
Yes. Let me tell you, in a civilized world, by now, the president would have resigned honorably. You understand? The president would not have waited for the people to oust him out. But in Nigeria, that is the issue. Internationally now, the image of Nigeria is in tatters. There is nothing to write home about. And a president who came through forgery is still sitting there, waiting for the Supreme Court to oust him out. Which you know invariably that the Supreme Court, in their own deceitfulness, will not want to oust him out. Let me tell you something, Nigeria, we are in an edge sword. We are going nowhere. We are going into destruction day by day, and nothing will bring us out except we will go our different ways. That is the only way we will, advance as a people. But if you tell me as a Nigeria or as a pastor or as a congregation, you are still praying for the well-being of Nigeria, you are still hoping, you are still dreaming of a better Nigeria, you are daydreaming.
So there's no better Nigeria?
Nothing is coming out of it. So the best thing for us as a people, we are not compatible. We are not the same people, both in religion, both in tradition, both in culture, both in behavior, economically. We are not the same. So the best thing for us to all go as a separate way. Go our separate way to enhance our individual destiny.
What can an individual, Nigerians, do to achieve this separation?
Yes, there are people, let me tell you, IPOB, they have done a lot. When IPOB as a separate group, they are telling you they want their own separate country.
Sorry, you mentioned IPOB.
Yes.
A video is flying on the internet where the IPOB, the crime they are perpetuating. Some of them, the stolen car, the kidnapping, the killing, the shallow grave. They are stealing cars and, like dismantle the car into...
Yes.
Are those people IPOB members?
Let me tell you, Nigeria is a lawless country. Anybody who is perpetrating evil or perpetrating crime and ascribing it to IPOB is a sick man. the person is sick on the head. IPOB is a sectional group internationally. Everybody, the world knows these people are freedom fighters. So let me tell you something. People have been able to key into this ideology. And when you see them going about their enhancement, you don't begin to tell them that they are criminals. Such people who has been able to hijack it. Let me tell you something. There is state-sponsored terrorism going on in the southeast. The state itself are the ones sponsoring the terrorism in the state, going about killing individuals, killing occupants, burning their houses, destroying their properties. So when you go to Imo State, what you are seeing there is state-sponsored terrorism, where the states who we have voted in or who came through the back door.
The results. Yeah. A forged result is a forged result. We have Mesoma, the girl who improved her jump score from 240 something to 260 something. The whole Nigeria was on top of her. They wanted to kill her as if she has done something no one else has ever done in Nigeria. Suddenly, JAMB banned her for 3 years. DSS arrested her, this, that, and the rest are history. Now on the other hand, now we have our president who forged a certificate. We have our president who forged a certificate, and no one is saying anything about that. The DSS will not be on the matter. Nobody is doing anything about it. Now the likes of his ministers, let me not mention any name to be precisely, all of them are now coming out to justify. What are they justifying in this country? They are making a mess out of this country.
But the university admitted that the man actually attended.
But the certificate is forged.
The one he presented to us
is forged.
So should the president be disqualified or should...
He is supposed to be disqualified with immediate effect, because let us use David Lyon's case as a case study. David Lyon of Bayelsa. David Lyon did not forge his certificate. He won the election. He did not forge his certificate, but his deputy forged his certificate, and he was disqualified. They said because someone has already forged a certificate, that ticket has been disqualified.
So the same thing applies to the president?
Everywhere. We have a judiciary. Since that's what the judiciary judged, then the same thing should be applicable to the president.
So you think the president is enjoying?
Well, for my own opinion to Mr. President, is for him to release Mr. Mazen Nandekalo so that the agitation in Igbo land, in Southeast, will reduce. Because that is the major key. That is the major key
to peace,
to reign in Southeast. Without it,